Yes, we got the next main, that is insert equal sign if the fractions is equal to decimal. Means if the fraction is equal to decimal, you have to use this equal sign, just like you done in the previous segment of the video, and use not equal sign if they are not equal. So 2346 divided by 1000. So 3 zeros means there must be 3 decimal places in this. So 22.46. So when you look at this 22.46, there are only 2 decimal places, and which is not equal to the number of zeros here. So that is why both are not equal. So that's why I use not equal sign, and it is 84 divided by 100. So number of zeros in the denominator is 2, and when you look at this decimal number, the number of decimal places is also 2. That's why both are equal. It is 630 divided by 100, and it is 6.3. The number of zeros in this denominator is 100, but when you look at this here, when you look at this decimal number, we got only one decimal number. So many of you will ask that both are unequal, but I say that both are still equal. I tell you why they are equal. So it is 630 divided by 100, correct? So according to the rule, what we have to do, we must insert the decimal point after 2 places. So when you insert the decimal point after 2 places, it will be what? You will get 6.30, correct? But we usually follow this method. After the decimal point, if there is a digit and followed by a 0, we usually neglect that 0. So that is why 630 divided by 100 is also equal to 6.3. So that is why 6.3 and 630 divided by 100 both are equal. So that is why we use equal sign. Next, your next question is, it is 79 divided by 10. So when you simplify the 79 divided by 10, it will be 7.9. So that's why both are equal. Use equal sign. It is 4 divided by 10. So when you simplify this 4 divided by 10, it will be 0.4, but they have given 4.0. So that's why both are unequal. It is 6 divided by 1000. So there are 3 zeros in the denominator. So that's why there must be 3 decimal places in the numerator. That is means there are 3 decimal places must be there in the decimal number that you write. So we got 3 decimal place here. So that's why both are equal. It is 4 divided by 100, and there must be 2 decimal place in the decimal number that you write here. So when you simplify this 4 divided by 100, it will be 0.04, but they have given 0.40. So both are not equal. The actual answer is this 0.04, but they have given 0.40. So that is why this is wrong, this is right. So that is why both are not equal. If they have given this, you could use equal sign here, but they have given this, that is why you must use this sign. It is 80 divided by 1000. So when you simplify 80 divided by 1000, it will be how much? 0.08. So that's why both are equal. Let's move on to the next one. It is circle the correct answer and write in the box. So when you simplify 3 divided by 1000, what decimal number will you get? So you have to choose that answer from the 3 options which are given inside the bracket. So when you simplify 3 divided by 1000, its answer is always 0.003. So that is why just circle that number. When you simplify 80 divided by 100, so just write it down, 80 divided by 100. So because of the 2 zeros here, so decimal place must be put after 2 places, 1, 2. So that it will be 0.80, and which also mean that 0.8. As I said, when there is a decimal point and followed by 8 and 0, we neglect that 0. So that's why 0.8 is the right answer. So where is that? It is here. But sometimes 0.8 and 0.80 both are same. So that is why we must circle this, correct? 6 divided by 100, it is 0.06. That's why you have to circle that. 348 divided by 1000. So 3 zeros, there must be 3 decimal places. So that's why it is 0.348. 2 divided by 10, 0.2. So that's why you have to circle that. Fill in the blanks and hint is given. So here 0.7 can be written as 7 by 10. You too know this, right? 0.7 is nothing but 7 divided by 10. But 7 by 10, if you want to find out the equivalent fraction of this, so you have to multiply both numerator and denominator by 10. So if you multiply it like this, you will get 7 tens are, see here, 7 tens are, it is 70, and 10 tens are, it is 100. See here, before it was 7 divided by 10, but after multiplying numerator by the 10 as well as denominator by the 10, you got another fraction, that is 70 divided by 100, and which is equivalent fraction of this fraction. So like this, you can find unlimited equivalent fractions for any given fraction by multiplying numerator and denominator by the same number. Let me repeat, if you want to find out the equivalent fractions for a given number, for a given fraction, multiply numerator and the denominator by the same number like this. Just look at here. Your next first question is 0.5. So we write 0.5 as 5 divided by 10, and here they have written, means they have multiplied this 5 by 10, so that it has become 50. So as I said, according to the equivalent fraction rule, from which number we multiply the numerator, the same number must be multiplied with the denominator as well. So 5 is multiplied with the 10, that's why it has become 50. Similarly, 10 must be multiplied with the 10, so that it will be 100. So that you will get new equivalent fraction, that is 50 divided by 100. Similarly, here 100 has become 1000, which means 100 is multiplied with the 10, so that's why it has become 1000. Similarly, 50 must be multiplied with the 10, so that it will be 500. Let me explain this here. So 50 divided by 100. Just look at here. Your denominator has already become 1000. So how this 100 has become 1000? Because 100 is multiplied with 10. So that is why it has become 1000. When you multiply this 50 with 10, so it will be how much? It will be 500. So that in the numerator here you must write 500 and denominator will be 1000. Similarly, 2.5 can be written as 25 divided by 10. Correct or not? So 2.5 can be written as 25 divided by 10. Just look at the denominator here, just look at the numerator. So 25 has become 250, which means 25 is multiplied by 10, so that is why 250. So similarly, 10 must be multiplied with the 10, so that it will become 100. So new equivalent fraction is 250 divided by 100. Similarly, just look at the numerator here, just look at the denominator. 100 has become already 1000, which means 100 is multiplied with the 10, but it is not shown here. Similarly, 250 must be multiplied with 10, so that it will be 2500. Similarly, 0.33 is 3.3 divided by 10. Let me explain. So 0.33, let me write it clearly. 0.33, when you simplify this, it will be 3.3 divided by 10. See here, this was the decimal number. When you neglect the decimal number, you get only 33, but here we got 10. So that is why there must be only one decimal place. So that is why 0.33 is nothing but 3.3 divided by 10. Both are same. That is why you must write 3.3 divided by 10. Just look at the denominator here. Denominator has become 100, which means 10 is multiplied with the 10. So similarly, 3.3 must also be multiplied with the 10. See here, when you multiply both numerator and denominator, you will get it will be 33 and it will be 100. So when you multiply any decimal number by the 10, usually decimal point will move like this. So that is why it has become 33, and which is very clear, 10 times of 10 is 100. And again, when you multiply this 33 divided by 100 by the 10, so it will be how much? So one more 0 will be added here, so that it will become 330 divided by, and this will become 1000. So we are finding equivalent fractions, nothing else. So that is what we written here, 330 divided by 1000. Similarly, 4.76 can be written as 47.6. 47.6 divided by 10, and its next step is, just look at the denominator. So 10 has become 100 here, which means 10 is multiplied by 10. So that is why numerator must also be multiplied by 10. So it is 476, because the decimal point has moved here, so that it is 476. Just look at the denominator again. Here denominator has been multiplied by 10. So that is why numerator must also be multiplied by 10. So if you multiply, so you will get the new numerator, that is 4760. Similarly, 2.345 can be written as 23.45 divided by 10, and it will be its next equivalent fraction is 234.5 divided by 100, and its next equivalent fraction is 2345 divided by 1000. And lastly, 1.005 can be written as 10.05 divided by 10, and its next equivalent fraction is 100.5 divided by 100, and lastly its next equivalent fraction is 1005 divided by 1000. So this is how you can write the equivalent fraction for a given fraction by using the hint of decimal concept.